Hey friends, welcome to Vlogmas Day 21. Can you believe we're just a few days away from Christmas? I'm just mind blown. I still have some things that I need to do, but we have been busy baking, wrapping gifts, and preparing for company on Saturday. I'm so excited to finally have a home where I can host Christmas. I'm really looking forward to that. Before we dive into today's content, I just want to let you know I've been having a blast creating these daily videos for you. And in 2022, I have a special project that's going to allow me to create more vlog style videos like this, but it's going to be once a week. Stay tuned to this video to hear a little bit more about that. In the meantime, if you are not already subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Seriously, if you like what I'm doing here, a great way of saying good job, keep it up, thank you for what you're doing is to hit that subscribe button down below and ring the bell to the right of it. It doesn't cost you anything, but it allows YouTube to notify you when I post videos or go live. And quite frankly, it means a ton to me to know that you guys care enough about what I'm doing here to stay subscribed. I love it. Thank you so much. And by the way, can we just talk about how it's a little over a week before the end of the year and I am a stone's throw away from 11,000 subscribers? I would love to end 2021 with 11,000 subscribers. And if you're not already subscribed, you can make that happen. So today for my video, I've got an update on the Quilter studio. Sadly, it's not great news, but it is news. I want to show you some things that I've worked on over the past couple of days, and then I want to talk to you about a very special project that I'm going to do in 2022. Let's start with the Quilter studio. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's just the guys needed some time off for the holidays. I don't know if there was another scheduling snafu with another job site. I don't know what happened. But they've not really been here in a week. I know, it's sad. We thought the studio was going to be done by Christmas because, man, they were hustling and bustling and knocking it out of the park. But definitely not going to happen. I called Mary, who's running point as project manager on this for me, so I don't have to deal with contractors. She takes care of that for me. And she had a conversation with them, and we do have plans to have that studio up and running and fully completed by the end of the year. And I think what might have happened is that was their plan all along. They got ahead of schedule and took some time to readjust their schedule to prioritize some other job sites. And I think in our minds, we're like, man, they're knocking it out of the park. They're making great progress. It's going to be before Christmas. We assumed and probably shouldn't have. The good news is the delay is not because something went wrong. Everything's coming in on time, except for the windows. Nothing's wrong in there that I'm aware of. So we should still be on track to have everything done by the end of the year. The plan is next week, I think we're finishing priming, taping, and patching the drywall on Monday. I think we're installing carpet on Tuesday. I think we're doing paint and trim on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I think we're doing the doors, the mini split, and I think installing my fabric shelves. I think that's how things are going down. Yeah. Don't quote me. The takeaway here is, sadly, you're not going to see the completion of that studio by the time Vlogmas is over. It's going to be somewhere between when Vlogmas ends and when the new year starts. It also means that the live stream that I have planned for Christmas Eve and maybe even the one for New Year's Eve is probably going to be from this room, might not be from the studio. But it does mean that the first Friday, knock on wood, in the new year, I will be in that space. So I think 2 more live streams from this room, and then January 8th will be boom, right out there. I'm not upset. Timelines shift, things happen. It's a little sad, but it's also exciting to know that it's so close. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what I've been doing over the past couple of days because I want to show you something that I did. The past couple of days, I've needed some time to do some selfish sewing, and you may have seen in my previous video where I made this block. Isn't she cute? It's so cute. I love it. And I want to make more of these, but this is the only one I have right now. I still need to quilt it, bind it, and get it ready to hang in the new space on the hanger that we got. But this inspired me to make something else. So I pulled out a kit that I got from Riley Blake. Riley Blake has this pillow program. I'm not really sure how to explain it other than to tell you, you get these really nice boxes. It's a year-long program. You don't subscribe to it and get it. The quilt shops bring in the new project every month, and you just have to buy the ones that you want. So yeah, quilting.com had a few different ones. This was one of them, and I picked up a few of the kits. This one was for a beautiful flower using some really pretty pinks and blues, and I took an afternoon, actually an evening, on Sunday to knock it out. Let me show you. So this is the finished mini quilt that I'm going to hang in my studio. It's super, super pretty. I love how it turned out, and I can't wait to do more of these. When it comes to the quilting on this, I did really light quilting. I didn't want to quilt it to death. Mostly because I wanted your eye to go to the piecing, because I felt like I did a decent job on this one. So I just echoed some of the seams where I wanted to draw your eye to. Mostly my quilting is in the pink pieces, and then in the four corners, I did a little bit of quilting around here. Super pleased with how this turned out. I can't wait to hang it up. I have mentioned a couple of times that I don't really do scraps, but I know Tiffany does. So I am challenging Tiffany from Tiffany's Quilting Life to a scrap project. Take a look. This is the box that my entire kit came in. It included all of the fabric for the binding, the top, and the backing. And inside of it are all of my scraps. And there's not a ton, like you're not going to be able to make a huge quilt out of it, but there's enough that you could do something with it. Tiffany, I feel like, is the scrap queen. She always says she can use any piece over an inch in size, and there are definitely pieces in here bigger than an inch. So I thought I will send her this box with a little card in it and some scraps and tell her that she has to make something using only these scraps and maybe some background fabric. I'll figure out the rules and put that in a card, and she has to do it on a live stream. So here's where you come in. If you want to see Tiffany do something with just this pile of fabric, which, let's be honest, some of us out there would have just tossed that to the curb. They wouldn't have kept it. If you want to see Tiffany make something with these scraps, hop over to her channel and subscribe. I will put a link to her channel in the first comment down below this video. So there you go. Now, spoiler alert, she might not get this till sometime in 22. I might not be able to get this mailed before then, but she will be getting it. Speaking of 2022, I've got a project that I want to talk to you about. So let me give you the whole story first, and it's a little long. Sorry. In 2009, when my husband and I got married, I decided to join Weight Watchers, and I dropped about 50 pounds. When Christmas 2009 came, I decided I was going to strive to maintain my weight through the holidays and not really try to lose. Who wants to try to lose weight during the holidays, right? I decided I was going to try to pick it back up in January after the new year, and when I got back on the bandwagon and I was just starting to get my stride, I found out I was pregnant with Zoe. So I went off program. After Zoe was born, my post-pregnancy weight was about 10 to 15 pounds heavier than my pre-pregnancy weight, like the weight I had gotten to after losing 50 pounds on Weight Watchers. I was so disappointed in myself that I just gave up. And I spent the next few years avoiding scales, avoiding point tracking, avoiding logging calories, all of that stuff. I was so disappointed in myself. Hindsight, I should have just buckled down, lost that 15 pounds and kept going. But hindsight's always 20/20, right? In the spring of 2019, I decided it was time to take things seriously and really buckle down and get at it again. And I did. And I got to the Christmas season, the holidays, and I decided I was going to maintain through the holidays. And I did. And I told myself after the new year, I would pick it back up. but I didn't because I ended up with bronchitis in January 2020. Some of you may remember that. And then we all know what happened in the February and March timeframe. And I am sure some of you can relate to me with this, but I am carrying some COVID weight and I want it gone, and I want to start working towards the goal weight that I was working towards in 2019. So that's where my project for 2022 comes in. I was hanging out online and I came across this YouTube channel called Scrap Fabric Love. It's run by a lady by the name of Kristen. I will link to it in the first comment down below this video. Please go check her out, subscribe to her, watch her videos. I am sure it would mean a ton to her, and what she's doing over there has inspired me to do something big here. She is doing daily blocks for weight loss. And at the end of her week, she's doing a weight loss block to record whether she gained or lost weight. You can find her video, which I will actually link to in the first comment down below this video, that explains her entire program from start to finish. And I started thinking, I want to do that. That's awesome. This is amazing. But I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I know from my previous interactions with Weight Watchers and dieting that the scale causes me anxiety. In the beginning, it's really good because I'm losing weight. But at some point in the journey, I start focusing too much on the scale and less about the healthy habits. I start focusing too much on the numbers and less on drinking more water or getting some exercise in or just making sure I feel good or making sure that my blood pressure or my sugar level or any of those other things are in a good, healthy range. So for that reason, I'm not going to make it a weight loss quilt. I'm going to make it a health tracker quilt. I'm going to call it Becca's Blocks to Better Health. And basically it's going to be a weekly accountability program from January 1st through December 31st, where I create a very easy, beginner-friendly block every week to chronicle how was I with my eating goals and my exercise goals for that week. And that's it. That's it. Along the way, I will have different goals for myself, and they're not going to necessarily be scale related. One of them might be, I just want to make sure that I stick with this for 4 weeks. Another one might be, I want to wear my wedding rings again without feeling like they're cutting off circulation in my hand. When I get those goals and I realize them, I'll make a block that signifies that goal. It could be a foundation paper piece block. It could be a star block. It could be something as simple as a 9 patch. I don't know what they're going to be until I get there. But it's not just going to be all focused on scale stuff. That's my point. I am really excited to do these videos. They will be recorded videos that I will edit down, and I am going to try to teach you how to make the block while I'm also talking through my health journey so that if you want to do it too, you can join me for the quilt along. As far as fabric requirements go, I don't know how much you're going to need. And honestly, it kind of hurts my brain to even think about it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick a few fabrics that play off each other nicely. You could do this with scraps. You could do it with anything else. For me, I'm going to pick a few fabrics that are basics, which means I can get them anytime I need to. Probably won't go with solids because I'm not a big solid fan, but I might go with something that has just a little bit of texture and reads as a solid. I'm going to pick colors that I like. I'm going to go with a dark color that's bold and really contrast with the pretty colors I pick. That dark color, maybe a black, is going to represent days that I did not do well. I'm going to pick a background color that will really contrast with my pretty colors that I'm going to choose and my bad color, my black, if you will. It's probably going to be a low volume, maybe something that looks creamish or off-white. And then I'm going to pick a color that represents food and a color that represents exercise. And I'm going to use those to build my blocks. I'm going to probably get 2 yards of the food, the exercise, and the bad girl blocks. And I'm probably going to get about 4 yards of the fabric for my background. That's a lot of fabric, and I might not need it all. In fact, I'm probably going to have stuff left over, but because they're going to be fabrics that can read as blenders or basics or solids, I can use them in other projects if I have more than I need. Additionally, like I said, because they're going to be easy to get fabrics, if I run out and I need more, I should be able to get it. Now, those special blocks that I was telling you about, I'm probably going to pull some special fabrics to make the special blocks. I'm not going to care too much about whether it's matchy-matchy or from the same line. I'm just going to pull some fabrics that look like they'll play with those 4 fabrics nicely. I'm telling you all of this now so that if this is a journey you want to go on with me, you have time to start shopping for or pulling fabric out of your stash and be ready to meet me here the first week of January. Spoiler alert, I've kind of already started the program, but I'm not starting the blocks until January. This is just the pregame. I'm tailgating right now. And again, I really want to make sure that I am reminding you to check out Scrap Fabric Love's YouTube channel. As of the recording of this video, she is just under 2,000 subscribers. Please hop over there, encourage her, watch her videos, give her a thumbs up, subscribe to her channel. And if you're going to follow me on this journey, maybe follow her too. She's trying to build a community, and I'm sure she would love to have you guys in her support corner. I'm going to be active over there too, so maybe I'll see you there. Oh yeah, one more thing. I will be doing these videos as a vlog style, so they'll be similar in format to what you're seeing right now. It'll be a little bit more personal nature. It will be a recorded and edited video that will go up once a week. And even if you are not following along, even if you're not trying to lose weight or get your life back to a healthy state, even if you're not doing any of those things, it would mean the world to me if you watch those videos. That is the best way that you can encourage me to keep going. When my video drops, please watch it. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're there. You're cheering me on. That's all I got to say. So now it's time to dive into our Advent calendars. I've got day 22 from Missouri Star. Before we dive into this, let's flash back to 2018 and see what we got. Sneak peek. We've got a package of mints with the Missouri Star logo on the front. Oh yeah, it was a cute little tin full of Missouri Star mints. I actually ate those mints. I don't know where the tin is. I love little tins, so I should have kept it, but I don't think I did. Let's see what we have in 2021. Okay. Is that it? That's all we got? This is actually kind of fun, and I am probably going to do it now. We have a pattern for a periwinkle coaster with the periwinkle template. Take a look. This is what the little coaster looks like, and you're going to use this template to cut out those pieces, and then you're just going to sew them together, quilt it. It looks like it would be really, really easy to do. And it looks like you can use this with 5-inch squares. The finished coaster size is 4.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And this would be a really, really fun project to make for my quilter studio. Maybe grab some scraps or a charm pack that I like and knock these out so I have some coasters for the new space. Katrinkles. What day are we on? Day 10? Oh my goodness. Before I show you the contents of the envelope for day 10, I want to show you that I caught up my Katrinkles blocks. This was a lot of fun. Take a look. This was day 7. I chose a gray because it contrasted with this red really nicely, but honestly, these blocks where they're just bars or strip sets, they're not speaking to me. The next one, though, was a lot of fun. I chose a gray for the border, and I fussy cut the middle piece so that I had those blooms in here. And by the way, I saw a couple of comments asking, what is fussy cutting? All fussy cutting is when you have fabric laid out, when you see a print or a design element on that fabric that you want to pull forward or you want to have in your piece, you put your ruler on it and line it up so that you can make sure that when you cut that out and you sew it up, you have that design element or that print showcased. So in this case, when I laid my template out, I made sure that these 2 rose blooms were going to stand out in the middle. That's all fussy cutting is. Just making sure that you're cutting fabric with your seam allowance so that a piece of the print shows up once it's all sewn together. Now, day 9 was the most fun. I fussy cut every single one of these stinking little cute squares to make my 16 patch. This feels like the world's smallest 16 patch. Well, maybe not, but it is the smallest 16 patch I have ever made. Take a look at her. Isn't she absolutely adorable? I went through and cut out all of my grays. It's a kind of a tone on tone so that I had a little flower in each one of those. And then I cut out the reds so that I had the little pink buds. So it's like buds and blooms. Ah, I know. Listen, it's the simple things in life. So I am officially all caught up. I have 9 blocks completed, 3 more to go. Let's see what we have for template number 10. We have a teeny tiny 1 inch half square triangle. It tells you on the template what it is. Take a look at this little tiny piece of plastic right here. And this is the block that we're going to make. I have noticed that some of the other blocks have been using multiple templates to make your block. So that might be the case here too. Not going to make it in today's video because I have done a lot of sewing over the past couple of days. So I will probably make it tomorrow or the next day. I will have all of my blocks caught up by day 25, but don't have time to sew tonight, sadly. But for very good reasons, and you'll find out in tomorrow's video. That's everything for day 21, guys. Thanks so much for checking it out. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell to the right, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow for a special Vlogmas video. Bye!